Today we are comparing traditional teacher-centered lessons to constructivist approaches to teaching, where the learners are active in constructing their own knowledge. Here is an example of traditional teaching from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. While watching the clip, pretend you are a student in this economics class and see what information you can retain. Also, take note of the way the lesson is perceived by the students featured in this clip.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the, anyone? The Great Depression, passed the, anyone? A tariff bill, the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which, anyone raised or lowered? Raised tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression. Today, we have a similar debate over this. Anyone know what this is, class? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone seen this before? The Laffer curve. Anyone know what this says? It says that at this point on the revenue curve, you will get exactly the same amount of revenue as at this point. This is very controversial. Does anyone know what Vice President Bush called this in 1980? Anyone? Something DOO economics. Voodoo economics.
Now, time for a pop quiz on the lesson you just took part in. See how many of the following questions you can answer correctly. Number 1. In 1930, what bill was created? Number 2. This bill attempted to alleviate the effects of? And number 3. What did Bush call this principle in 1980? Chances are you and the other students in this lesson were unable to confidently answer all of these questions. The traditional lecture style lesson used in this class was not a very effective teaching approach. Traditional teaching is not always effective because it focuses on the teacher rather than the students. The students are passive and have limited opportunities to participate. Students tend to lose focus during the lesson. All students move through the lesson at the same pace. The information is quickly forgotten. Students do not have to do any higher order thinking. And overall, students find this type of lesson.
English language teaching has the same challenges the world over. This series focuses on teaching speaking. We've come to Thailand to see what techniques teachers here use to get their students speaking, and we'll have experts
more inclined to participate. A warmer is often a good way to make sure that this happens. One idea for the warmer is when you're arranging group work.
What's this? Horse.
Remember, the focus is on fluency, so you give each student a picture of an animal, for example.
Sheep. Spell sheep. Yes.
You have 5 cows, 5 sheep, 5 horses.
Don't let your friend look at your picture.
They don't look at the other person's card, but they say, which animal have you got? And they say, I've got a horse. Okay, no, you're not in my group. They're speaking to each other, and there is an element of fluency even before the activity begins.
Look at the picture on the board.
The teacher can manipulate who they want in each group by distributing the cards in a clever way to begin with.
You can help her.
Do you want students of equal ability in each group? Do you want some of them? Decide that before you put the groups together.
The next thing we will do.
Remember, once you've got the students warmed up.
Right, today we're going to learn about giving advice.
When giving instructions, let them know.
Together with your friends, read the dialogue and see if you see any conditional sentence in the dialogue.
In giving instruction in large class, I would say it and then I would ask students to repeat what I say.
Do you work alone? No, you work with partner. Please do, okay? Work with partner, do not work alone, okay? 2 minutes.
Once you've given the instruction, Check that they understand, usually through their actions. Watch them. If they do it, they've understood. If they don't do it, they haven't understood.
This animal, you can find it in your picture.
When I give the instruction for them, I speak them in English and I will tell them in Thai because when I speak in English, maybe they don't understand.
If you don't know what does it mean, please look at the...
If enough careful planning goes into the instructions, then it may take away the necessity for using the student's own language.
Do you understand the instruction? Yes.
Now look, tell me what you know about this. What is it?
Make sure you're not using any overcomplicated language. For example,
Is it if sentence? When do you use if sentence?
even in your own language, it's quite difficult to take in more than 2 instructions. So one instruction...
Anyone, help her. Any example? If.
I always speak English in instructions because the language that I use will be the language that you can use in real life.
I can't go to school.
Okay, that's another if sentence.
I put it on for time. Okay. I say, what is this? Okay, look at this. We say, he is wearing a jacket.
If you want the students to practice particular language, then it's often important that you do some controlled oral practice of the target language before they start to practice in groups.
How do we say this? Okay.
To do this controlled practice, you can use straightforward prompt. It can be a visual prompt. It could be a noise. It depends on the teacher.
She's wearing a dress. What else is she wearing?
However, it's important that you don't
Okay, now open it and look at yours and come up with the answer.
be creative, but generate that enthusiasm and interest with the students so that the repetition and the drilling becomes a little bit more meaningful.
You disagree, but you not strongly disagree. What expression can you use?
Think about what language.
When you want to disagree directly, you say, I don't agree.
For any task, it's obviously extremely useful for the students to see this useful language. So you can have this on the walls or on the table. They're surrounded. Once you've done your controlled practice, why not extend that activity, push themselves so that they're really getting the most out of a fluency lesson.
Today I'm wearing blue jacket, blue jeans, and one top. Thank you.